Most face washes don't give glowing skin like this, and the reason is because they are missing two powerful ingredients. These ingredients make a huge difference. Today I will show you how to make face wash at home for glowing skin, and I will show you the exact mixing technique that makes the texture smooth and professional. This formula is gentle, brightening, and beginner friendly. Welcome to Rachel Etta Beauty. My name is Rachel. Over here we glow and grow. When making a 100-gram batch, this formulation is in three phases: the water phase, the thickening phase, and the cleansing phase. First, I measure the entire water that I need for the formulation, which is the base for our formulation. Next, I measured in some niacinamide. Niacinamide brightens skin, minimize pores, improve uneven skin tone, and support skin barrier. And this is one of the ingredients I talked about. One of the secrets to how to make face wash at home for glowing skin. You can't skip this ingredient if you want a glowing face wash. I mix that thoroughly and I put in some Disodium EDTA, which is a chelating agent that binds the metal ions that might be present in the water. I'll mix that thoroughly to make sure it is properly dissolved and everything is well incorporated. This ingredient also helps your product to be stable. I measured in our next ingredient, which is some kojic acid. Kojic acid helps brighten the skin, improve appearance of dark spots, and gently exfoliate your skin, giving you the ultimate glow. If you want a face wash that will glow your skin, you have to add kojic acid. It is non-negotiable. It is a must. I'll mix that thoroughly to make sure everything is well incorporated, and then I'll add in the next ingredient, which is some vegetable glycerin. It is a powerful humectant that attracts moisture to the skin. I'll mix that thoroughly to also make sure it is well mixed with other ingredients, and then I add in some rose water. Rose water suits skin firm and add a gentle refreshing feel to the skin. Now I add in some propendal. This helps improve the penetration of other ingredients and keep the formula smooth. I'll mix that thoroughly to make sure it is well mixed with other ingredients. And for aesthetic purpose, I'll put in a pinch of color. Yes, we are making products that work for our skin. We also have to make products that look beautiful and attractive. But you have to go for safe options that don't irritate the skin. I'll mix that very well and I add in some sorbitol. Sorbitol hydrates the skin and keep the face wash gentle. I mix that too and I add in some polyquatinum 7. These add conditioning properties so the skin feels soft after washing. Next, I add in some liquid Jamal Plus, which is our broad spectrum preservative. After mixing that, I brought in the phase B beaker, which is our thickening phase. In there, I'm putting in some xanthan gum clear, which thickens the face wash and gives it that smooth gel texture. Then I add in some vegetable glycerin to enable it mix without clumping. And then I will add in the water phase, which is our phase A, into the thickening phase. After that, I'll mix all of that thoroughly. Now, if you don't have xanthan gum clear, you can use your normal xanthan gum. The stirring rod seems not to be giving me what I want. I decided to get a bigger stirring rod. I'll mix that very well to make sure I've given it a nice boost for it to start hydrating, because it will take some time for it to hydrate, and only then can you see the full beauty. I'll set that aside and bring in the phase C beaker, which is our cleansing phase. In there, I'm putting in some cocoa betaine. Cocoa betaine is a very gentle surfactant that cleans without stripping the skin. We makes it ideal for face wash. Next, I'm putting in some cocoa glucoside. Cocoa glucoside is a mild natural cleanser derived from coconut and sugar that produces soft foam. That's still the cocoa glucoside I'm adding from a different container. So after putting that, I'll mix everything thoroughly to make sure it is well mixed before adding it into the other phases. You have to mix this correctly to get the ultimate result. That is why I told you there's a mixing technique. The last step that goes into the formulation is the phase C that goes into the water. That is the last step after doing every other phase. So right now I'm turning in the cocoa glucoside and cocoa betaine mixture into the other phases. Now you gently mix. Actually, in this video, when I was mixing it, I mixed it too fast and it produced a lot of lather, which is not bad. If there are some days where I've done it and it didn't produce as much lather as this, I just finished and I turned it into a container. But in the case where there's a lot of lather like this, what you need to do is set it aside, for the foam to go down before turning it into your container. After creating so much lather in my head, I was like, I might as well create more of the lather. I had to keep mixing because I was kind of pissed. However, creating a product is one thing and testing the pH to make sure it is the correct pH for your skin is another thing. And for face wash, it has to be your exact skin pH. I understand that most products that have soap in them are mostly alkaline, but for your face wash, it must be your skin pH. Perfect. We made a face wash with the pH of 5. This is exactly how to make face wash at home for glowing skin. That is mild, hydrating, brightening, effective, and glow the skin naturally. So I'm going to cover that and set it aside for a couple of hours for the foam to come down so I can turn it into a container. One of the biggest advantages to make face wash at home is you control the ingredients and you know what goes into your skin. Now a few hours later, the foam has actually gone down and I'm going to turn it into a container. You can turn it into any container of your choice. I'm using this one. This is what I have available right now to use. Now imagine washing your face every day with a cleanser you made yourself that actually support healthy glowing skin. You'll be so proud of yourself. Before I started making my own skincare products, I used to buy face washes that promise glowing skin, but most of them left my skin dry or dull. So I started learning how ingredients actually work. I discovered that when you make face wash at home, you can control the gentleness and the glow it gives you. If you did not notice already, the 2 ingredients you must add to your face wash to make it a glowing face wash are niacinamide and kojic acid. One of my subscribers actually requested for this video. Unfortunately, I can't find her comment. She requested for brightening face wash and black soap, and I told her she was in luck because I had those coming up. So you can go ahead, leave your comment and tell me the videos you want to see me make, and you might be in luck and I'll just make it. Of course, we have to test the ladder and look at all that foam without even enough water. And in all of that foam, it will not strip your skin, rather it will leave it soft, glowing and brighten. So if you've been considering how to make face wash at home for glowing skin, this formula is beginner friendly and very effective. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one.